Coming up in today's video, we're going to be discussing a variety of news across WWE and AEW, like Tony Khan wants to buy another wrestling company. We have a huge update on the Elite and CM Punk, and yes, we are going to talk about that now infamous deleted photo from Dax Harwood. And yes, there's even more news about a WWE superstar who is frustrated after returning to the company. So we're going to talk about it all in today's video with the timestamps in the description down below. I want to kick things off. Let's kick things off with AEW, more specifically Tony Khan. This man right here, publicly talking about buying another wrestling company, which is super interesting to think about, considering that AEW's big shots at WWE for, basically being a monopoly in wrestling, which is why AEW needed to exist. I don't know. I just thought this was very interesting comments. While speaking on Bex and Buster, Tony Khan was asked if he were to own another wrestling company, would he keep the roster separate or not? Tony Khan revealed that he is actually open to purchasing another company should he see the opportunity. Now, he goes on to say, if I owned another wrestling company besides the two I already own, it would be very challenging, but I think we would want to maintain separate rosters, just like I've tried to keep AEW and Ring of Honor to where there is crossover between the companies, but both have strong pay-per-view business, and AEW has great television. Soon, I'll have more to talk about regarding when and where ROH's weekly television will be on Honor Club going forward, when and where we're going to tape those shows. There is some example of what we would do as far as keeping the pay-per-view business separate, but having some crossover. It would certainly be different if it were a different company with AEW and Ring of Honor. I'm very happy with what we're doing. Certainly, if there were other opportunities that arose in terms of acquisitions, then I would be certainly interested in them. Now, obviously, Tony Khan has also publicly talked about WWE potentially being for sale and whether or not he would purchase them. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Impact Wrestling and MLW and some of these other companies who aren't getting that much of high viewership. Tony Khan buying another wrestling company, I just think it becomes the same thing that we've seen with WWE, and I don't want to see that personally, but I would love to see Tony Khan continue having these working relationships with other companies. I think those are incredible. At that point, though, why does he have to own them? I think that would be a little bit OP. Guys, I want to talk about CM Punk and the Elite. Of course, we were just talking about CM Punk returning to AEW based on the teases off Instagram. Now Dave Meltzer is planting another story, another seed that's got people talking. He says a lot of damage was done. There's a lot of mending of fences that need to be done, and there has been no mending of fences at all. It's a big situation because Punk could be back in 2 months, and then there's a decision. That's going to be a big story, how that story goes down or doesn't go down. Now, of course, Dave Meltzer here is talking about potentially CM Punk and the Elite mending fences, coming together to fix the issues. This is strange. CM Punk is talking a lot about forgiveness. He's sharing all these posts on Instagram. It's very cryptic. This type of behavior has definitely got people talking. And when I think of CM Punk and the Elite and everything that happened, everything that was reported from All Out, I always believed that if, one person got fired, everybody should get fired, because the way the report seemed, it made it look like everybody was, doing something wrong here. Obviously, AEW brought back the Elite. Tony Khan brought them back. At that point, if I thought everybody should be fired and one of them got brought back, then it's only fair and it's only right that everybody gets brought back. So I've always maintained the sentiment that if, the Elite came back, the CM Punk situation should hopefully boil over and become a storyline. In this situation, there doesn't appear to be any mending of the fences, according to Dave Meltzer. What does Dave Meltzer here know? What exactly is accurate here? I don't really know, but I do think it is better for business for CM Punk and the Elite to come together and fix the issues. And I'm not sure why this is something that's even being talked about on a regular basis. CM Punk is injured. He can't actually wrestle right now. I think it is better for AEW to have CM Punk in there. Nonetheless, this is one crazy situation. You really don't know what to believe, and I just try to keep an open mind about absolutely everything, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Guys, we got to talk about Karrion Kross. I was actually very, very shocked to see this. While speaking on Superstar Crossover with Josh Martinez, Karrion Kross talked about his main roster run so far. following his WWE return, and he even admitted that he is angry as he's not been able to Shakespeare the WWE audience. He says this is probably unhealthy, and I shouldn't say it, but I'm just going to say it. I actually get really pissed because it's not enough. It's not enough. I haven't reached my full potential yet, and people haven't seen my best work yet. I know what I can do, and at this level, you need to be afforded certain types of opportunities, which is difficult with a big roster and only 2 hours of program. Side note, just keep in mind he's on SmackDown at the moment. And I know that once I'm afforded this particular shot, because I've been afforded a lot, let's not get it twisted. Once I am afforded that particularly shot to demonstrate what I can really do, what I've done where people on a major scale haven't seen it, people are going to be blown away. And I'm going to fight for that every single week to get closer and closer to that shot. And I'm being straight with you. I'm being very real. I think you're going to be able to expect compelling storytelling if I am granted and allotted the time to romance the audience and Shakespeare them into what is that I am very good at doing, which is laying down the foundations of eliciting an emotional response to get people interested in what we're doing. You're going to see some great storytelling, and one of my jobs that I've kind of given to myself is to help fans see different layers of people that maybe they haven't seen before that I'm going to be working with. I like to put people in different situations and circumstances that perhaps they hadn't been in prior to working with me, so that's what they're going to get. Now, quick note about Karrion Kross's WWE main roster run. I feel like the booking has been fine. I think there just needs to be a little bit more done. I think he is right. I don't think he's hit his full potential. I like the feud with Drew McIntyre. I thought that worked out pretty well. Drew lost, wasn't damaged by it. Karrion wasn't damaged by it. From a booking sense, it seems all right. Karrion Kross and Rey Mysterio and what they're kind of working on has been really cool too. But everybody loves Rey Mysterio. So I think within time, Karrion Kross will really just reach that next level. Maybe it doesn't happen on SmackDown. Maybe it happens on Raw. And that is why I'm excited for WWE Draft, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for people to get shaken up a little bit, and that could lead to some great television. Nonetheless, Karrion Kross is frustrated. We'll see what happens. Guys, we got to talk about FTR. This is the photo that's got everybody literally talking. No, not this one with the tequila. We're talking about this one. I finally got my hands on tequila. Incredible reviews for the certified additive-free spirit. About to break the seal. Break the seal. Oh, look at that. That's a WWE envelope. What could it be? What could it be? Now, obviously, everybody is talking about this image, and of course, everybody believes that FTR accidentally tweeted this out. Dax Harwood accidentally put this tweet out. I don't think Dax would accidentally put out this tweet. I think he's a very, very smart person, and I think he could very well be, working everybody here. And that's the part of the wrestling business that definitely gets people excited, right? There's a lot of speculation here on what's happening. When it comes to FTR, of course, I'd like to see them back in WWE. I don't want to sound too redundant. I've talked about this several times, but I just don't think this is really the case. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. We know FTR is on a break. If FTR find themselves in WWE later this year or next year, I would not be shocked, but ultimately, at the same time, too, I don't think a lot of the discussions that people are having online about FTR being unhappy in AEW, I don't know how legitimate that is. And that's really important to mention as well. I think there's been so many stories of AEW blurring the lines. This could very well be one of those cases. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Quick reminder, if you guys have not, you could pre-order WWE 2K23 and AEW Fight Forever. I'll put a link in the description down below. I do get a kickback from it as an Amazon influencer, but I can't wait to start gaming on these new games, and hopefully we can all play together. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested.